Episode 23, Christmas Chaos. Products, promotion and postage panic. Hi, I'm Jade.
And I'm Ellie,
And this is Really Fucking Trying.
a podcast where we talk about the ins and outs and ups and downs of running a small business and being creative. So it is officially Christmas. Woo! I know I was expecting a bit more of a reaction there.
I wanted to boo, if I'm honest.
Okay. And it is a fact, for better or for worse, that no small business owner can afford to ignore. So it'll probably come as no surprise to say that this is the first of our Christmas episodes, and there is going to be a few, whether you like it or not. And basically, there's no fucking way that we can cram it all into one episode. So it has to be split up. And this particular episode is going to focus more on ways to adapt your business at Christmas, to expand your product range, and to generate more income at Christmas and take full advantage of the season of giving.
Oh, lovely.
So basically, this episode means business.
Literally,
yeah. And we are going to touch more on selling online on this one as well, whereas the next one will be more about selling at markets.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's not much structure, to be honest. It's just Christmas. I feel like I'm already bored of that word, and it's been 2 minutes.
Let's try not to say it again for the whole episode.
Shall we?
No. We're also joined today by the fabulous Rosie from Rosie Roo Creations. Rosie, do you want to tell us a little bit about you, about your business?
Yes, hello. So I'm Rosie of Rosie Roo Creations. I design and make cross stitches, typically of the sweary variety, and I also make kits and I run workshops.
How did you get started?
For me, it was back in my retail job hating days. I needed something to like switch off with after work and stuff. So my mum used to cross stitch, and I kind of like hijacked her supplies once she was over that phase. And I just used to do it after work as like a little bit of a relaxing thing. And then I just started kind of dabbling in designing my own and went from there.
That's cute.
Is it still relaxing?
It depends. Ask me when I'm like 8 hours into a session. When I've got the claw.
So how long has the business been going?
I am about to hit 8 years next month.
Oh my God, well done.
Which is crazy. Yeah. So started off initially with just like setting up my Etsy shop and, building up designs and selling that way. And then eventually I started doing the kits, which was around lockdown time when people were like looking for things to do at home and that kind of thing. And then I'd say about 1.5 years ago I started doing the workshops as well. So it's been like a slow but natural progression of bits and bobs.
Amazing. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Do you work from home or do you have a studio?
As you well know, Ellie, I am a fellow Hazelhurster. So I did work from home. It was a spare bedroom job setup situation. And then 3 years ago, I bought my first house in Runcorn, and I came across a reconnecting Runcorn project that was going on in the town, and there was like a little walk and talk thing, so signed up to that because I thought, hey, what's going on in my area? And then that's how I came across Hazelhurst, and then I think I've been there 2 years in the summer since I got my little spot.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah, 2 years we've hit now. But that has been the best move I ever made, because like getting out of that home space and having an allocated space in a studio, being around other creatives.
Yeah,
and
it makes a massive difference.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
really, really helped me progress. I don't think I'd have gone into doing the workshops if I hadn't moved into Hazelhurst.
Oh, I love that.
That's really good. So covering this as its own topic, lots of people have asked about seasonal products as a whole. So sort of not even just Christmas, like occasion in general. So like if we make them, is it worth it? And how to balance it basically so that you don't have loads of excess stock after.
Yes.
Which, can obviously eat up your profit margin and take up a fuck ton of space as well. It's just something that nobody wants really. So we just want to break it down really, because we know it's something that so many people have asked about.
Yeah.
So we're delving into Christmas products. Do we make them? Do we not? Is it worth it? Don't all rush at once.
So I do very few Christmas products. I do like Christmas cards, decorations, and I used to do Christmas earrings. Is it worth it? No. If I was giving
End of
genuine,
episode.
if I was giving genuine advice to somebody like in the same field as me, I think I don't really sell many Christmas products online. I sell them more at markets, which obviously we're going to do a whole other episode about Christmas markets and things. But I think if you're doing Christmas things online, it needs to be something very special, because like Christmas cards, I think people will just get like a pack from Poundland, or if they want like one special one, they'll get it from like Moonpig, or do you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't think
Heavy on the competition.
Yeah. So I think it's got to be something really, really different.
Yeah.
Whereas at a market, you're more likely to sell that thing because it's right there in front of them. They haven't got to pay postage or wait for it to be delivered, or, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't just go head first into Christmas products, you know, Merry Christmas, because that's anywhere. It's got to be really thought about and something really different and really special.
Yeah, I've got a few, same as you. I just kind of probably have maybe 4 little designs, and I mean, it doesn't make too much difference for me because I tend to make stock to order, so I'm only making it when people order. So like once I've got that design done, I've stitched it once, I've photographed it. Photographed it. I can list it on Etsy and just activate and deactivate with the season.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. I mean, I say I make to order. Christmas time is the time when I could do with having some things ready made, because that's when it's chaotic. But so it's not too bad for me. My thing is that I tend to have ideas for new ones too close to the season to then have time to it's because it's getting in that headspace, isn't it, of doing it in advance. So it's like I tend to come up with my ideas too close to Christmas, and then I'm like, oh, I've not got a chance to actually design it and make it and photograph it now. Like, I'll leave that till next year, and then the cycle repeats.
It's because you don't want to do Christmas stuff till you're feeling Christmassy. I find it's hard, isn't it?
Definitely.
Do you find though that at Christmas your Christmas products do better than your normal range?
No,
You
it's
do.
still
No.
Do you know what? Half the time I am making the Christmas cross stitches just to use as content.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like I'll post it, I'll do a post of one of my Christmas stitches, I'll add them to my stories and stuff. So I'm using it for like relevant content more than them actually bloody selling, really. So it's, I mean, I suppose that in itself is worth it.
Well, that's fair enough actually, because we want to talk about that a bit later as well, and sort of appearing Christmassy even when you're not. It makes you look a bit more up to speed, doesn't it? But I don't do Christmas products at all. I remember thinking about it. So I set up in October. So by the time I'd set up, I was like, didn't even have the headspace to think about it that year. But then in the next year or so, I was like, right, do I do a Christmas range? And I thought, well, I was looking at my stuff and thinking, what the fuck am I going to do?
What would you do?
What
like George Michael with a Santa hat on?
Exactly that. No, but you know what? That's so weird that you've said that, because when Sass moved into the studio, she was like, why don't you do a Christmas range? And I said, what am I going to do? Put a fucking Santa hat on George Michael. Literally those exact words.
You've got it, especially with what you do, you've got a picture where that fits into somebody's home.
I purposely
mean?
designed that product range as well, so that it's, because it's black and white, it will fit with any wall space. It should suit any decor. So to me, there'd be no point adapting that and losing that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know what I mean? Make the backgrounds fucking red and fucking green. Nah. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
No, it would be much
You
harder.
don't need to force it just for the sake of it.
No.
Do you?
No, and I don't even fucking like Christmas. So like, well, I do, but I don't. Do you know what I mean? But
I like it when it actually is fucking Christmas.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we can have a day off.
I don't know, there's certain thing. I have a very love-hate relationship with it, but I try and push the gifting element a little bit more. But I'll be honest, I'm shit at that because I can't plan in advance. My time management's shit. By the time I've thought about it and like put the wheels in motion, it would be fucking February.
I think we're all a bit like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just the chaos of running a small business that makes you like that. I think it's almost impossible to properly plan for things, because even though I've been thinking about Christmas since July, I haven't had time to do anything. Do you know what I mean? It's been in my head, but I haven't been executing the plans.
It's that, isn't it, though? It's thinking about it and then doing it. Like, so much planning goes involved, but you forget it's not like you've got that time to plan either, because you with small business, I think you're always in the moment, pretty much. And even though September, October are my quiet months, with the exception of this fucking year, you know, even then, you know, I might think about, I don't know, things like Christmas markets. I might think, but that's about as far as it goes for me as well, and ways that I can up the gifting element to
Yeah.
them, so make my products more giftable
Yeah.
rather than changing them specifically. But as an example, last year I was like, right, I'm going to get on it. I'm going to order a load of frames, have them in bulk, order a load of boxes and offer framed gift wrap prints the same as I would normally with commissions.
Yeah.
And I ordered the frames, they never showed up, and I thought, right, this is God's way of telling me don't fucking do it. And it was an absolute fucking nightmare getting the money back as well. So I thought, right, this is just me sign not to do it. And who knows, I might, it won't be this year, but maybe next year again, and we'll be 7 years into it by then. But you never know. But I don't know. I just don't really, I feel like I've got enough on, especially if I've got markets and commissions, to go, no, I haven't got the ad space for that.
That's the thing for you. I imagine commissions is much heavier around Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
So would you even have time to do Christmas products?
No,
and
probably not,
be
no.
pushing Christmas cards and shit like that?
No, and I've learnt from previous years as well, it needs to be something that I enjoy so that I don't absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
The thing is as well, a gift is a gift.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Christmassy,
No,
does
absolutely
it?
not.
So you can just put the spin on of, well, all of us can
Yeah.
put the spin on of, this would make a perfect gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to
No,
be
definitely.
Christmassy, does it?
I think it's better if it isn't, because like if you buy something for somebody that's only valid for 6 weeks out the year.
Sounds so ungrateful, but I absolutely hate when people buy me Christmas themed Christmas presents. Like, I want
You've just
something
got to
for the
find
year.
somewhere to store it then, haven't you?
for 10, 11
Yeah.
months of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is becoming more of a thing. This is slightly off topic, but it is becoming more of a thing that people go out and like buy shit for the season. Like people decorate their house for autumn now and like put pumpkins around and shit. Like that's becoming more of a thing, isn't it? I don't really buy into all that, but that's just more stuff to store.
No,
out
yes,
of season,
definitely,
isn't it?
definitely, yeah.
That's a really good point there as well, because for me, if I was going to do Christmas products, it would have to be like a decoration of some kind. Like Jade, you've got not the baubles. What do you call them?
Yeah, baubles. Well,
They
yeah.
don't-
They're
do you?
flat, but they're baubles.
The flat baubles.
Flat baubles.
Yeah.
Flubbles.
Flubbles.
I like that. But like you would get that for like your Christmas tree or something, or just something a little bit more statement as well. But like for me, where it's something that you'd hang on the wall or put on a bookshelf, no.
I don't want to be changing that every month. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's Christmas themed, and then
What am I gonna do? Attach a little bit of tinsel to me fucking key rings? Like no, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people think, what can I do for Christmas?
Yeah.
Whereas they shouldn't. They should maybe think about more about the gifting element and pushing that instead.
Definitely.
I think you panic, don't you? And you think, oh, how can I make the most money out of Christmas or Halloween or whatever?
Yeah.
And I think that kind of forces your hand into thinking, oh, I've got to do Christmas products, but you don't. No,
Yeah.
you
If
don't.
you can have one or two offerings,
Yeah.
just seasonal, like
just to please Santa.
throw out there, then it's fine. But if it's forced,
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah,
That's
don't
the
need
thing
to.
as well. I think when it's forced, you get yourself into a hole where if they don't sell, you have got loads of shit left over.
Yeah.
You have to wait till next year to sell. So what's that going to do? Just sit in a box for 10 months?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I made loads of Christmas products in my first year of business, and I've still got some of them now.
Yeah.
And I'm just storing them and getting them out every year.
And like having a creative small business is about doing what you love and what you're passionate about, and so you can't force it, can you? If you're not into Christmassy shit, then there's no need to put it out there.
And I think we always say this, don't we? But people can tell as well if you're forcing something that you're not really
that
into.
isn't your vibe, isn't your brand.
Yeah.
But because we've had quite a lot of people on Instagram saying, do I do it? Do I not? I think that is entirely up to you. But I would bear in mind not to get sucked into it. 'Cause it's so easy to get sucked into it because it's everywhere.
It's a teeny tiny short period out of the year. So
yeah. And I think you spend all year like, Christmas needs to be good. I need to make the most of Christmas.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to force yourself into doing these things. You can
Yeah.
make the most of Christmas in another way.
Yeah, definitely.
So should we talk about how we prep and plan ahead then? Because I think that's something that maybe we all struggle with a little bit, isn't it?
Jade, why are you staring into my soul?
Because I'm just...
That was an intense look.
I'm not saying it's just you.
I feel like I'm being judged.
So I personally try and use January. Like we said before, didn't we? Like, it's really hard to do Christmassy things when you're not Christmassy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I try and use that little bit of momentum left over from Christmas in like very early January to plan
You have momentum.
a tiny bit.
Say you're not like maxed out by
like
then.
1% momentum.
Okay.
To plan, like, not even necessarily like make all the things, but like all the ideas I've had over like November and December, put them into fruition a little bit, you know, get the ball rolling with them, just so I can remember them by December. I've got like half a design made. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like an idea that you can come back to.
Yeah. just so it's on paper somewhere or
Mm.
you know, on my laptop or something. Because like you, if I don't do it there and then it's gone forever.
Yeah.
No, January's just like, I call it rot month. Like, I just can't. Like, no, I'd feel like, I think if I was, obviously I don't anyway, but even if I did, I'd feel like, you know, one of those weirdos that like can't let it go that it's no longer Christmas.
Yeah.
So they just keep the tree up.
Yeah.
They keep the music playing.
Yeah.
They keep watching the Grinch.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I don't, no.
You're like, it is done. It is
It's
over.
done. It's over.
See you
Bye.
next
See,
year.
I think January for me is usually my most productive month of the whole year.
Wow.
Like even last year, like we started the podcast in January because I was like, I need something to do because I get really like after like a big, you know, like something's been building up to Christmas or something like that, and then after it, I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Yeah,
So
you
I
get
try
you get
and-
used, like you said
Yeah.
about the momentum. You get used to
Yeah.
that flow, don't you? Of
Yeah.
like busy,
Yeah.
and like, what do I do now?
Yeah, so I try and set myself as much to do in January as possible.
How do you remember though? Say you've planned a load of things in January. How's your brain remembering the following November?
It's not remembering specifically like you've done this, this, and this, but there'll be like a folder on my computer that's like Christmas, and I'll go, oh shit, aren't I great? I've already done all that.
Oh, I'd have just seen that folder and gone, what the fuck was I on? Is this even mine?
It is mine. I'm confident in that.
I think it's a good idea to just try and learn from each year as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
And like
Definitely.
make a note of, because in my head my busy period starts in November and this year it's been October, and obviously
Okay.
patterns change,
Yeah.
so it might not be the same next year, but sometimes it's just worth making a note and being like, okay, be prepared in advance for
Yeah.
things to kick off in October, because well, like I literally run everything via my notes. Like I don't have spreadsheets, I don't have like nothing else. I'm a proper basic bitch with that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just like make a note for that month that things are going to be busy then.
You can never tell though, like you're saying it's picked up in October. I'm noticing, so my September, I don't mind saying sales wise, September and early October, fucking diabolical.
Okay.
Absolutely awful. One of the quietest months I've had this year, probably since I've started actually.
Oh wow.
But, you know, that can change every year. So, you know, I don't remember specifically, but if I went back through my accounts, I could probably see a pattern there.
Yeah.
Or maybe even not see a pattern there. You know, I
Yeah.
might have found that October last year was really busy.
Yeah.
Don't remember it being the case. But it's not consistent year after year,
No.
even though it comes at the same time every fucking year. There's no pattern, I don't think.
That's the thing. All you can like rely on is vaguely that at some point people will buy things for Christmas.
Yeah.
But is that October? Is that November? Is it Christmas Eve? You don't know.
I think it depends entirely on your customer, your business. I don't think there's a consistent pattern really for any of us. And it's a shame because we're all looking for it. And I don't think it
I know.
exists.
I don't think it
Yeah.
exists. Even like there was such a thing for such a long time where it was like, oh, everyone shops online now. Nobody goes shopping anymore. Nobody uses the high
death
street.
of the
Nobody
high
goes to
street.
market. Yeah.
Yeah.
But people do go to those things again now.
Yeah.
And I think you can't even judge that. Like, are you going to sell better online? Are you going to sell better in shops? Are you going to sell better in markets? I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, though, your customer, I hardly sell online.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't have the sort of online rush or anything like that, and having to prep stock in advance or anything.
Yeah.
Do much better in the shops that I'm stocked in and at markets, and I think that's my customers because they're older.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's only conclusion I can come to
Yeah.
in my head. I don't push my Etsy very much. I don't put a lot of effort into it.
See, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
primarily Etsy.
Yeah.
And I don't really dabble with markets, but I'm going off past experience, and it's even then it's not a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So I would like to dabble a little bit more, but it's the investment of it and everything, isn't it?
Yes.
It's getting that whole setup.
Yes.
And
Oh, it's a whole other part of your business that
Yeah.
you have to sell from scratch. It's almost
Exactly.
like setting up another business.
Yeah.
yeah, but I think it's good to not just get in your head, this is what works for me. I'm just going to do this. You can go one avenue every couple of
Nothing to
years
stop
and
you
try it again.
dabbling.
Yeah.
There's nothing to stop you dabbling at all. You've tried, haven't you? And
Yeah.
you know, it's not something you're as consistent with.
Yeah.
No.
But that's the thing.
There's-
Just because you tried it before doesn't mean
Yeah.
you won't try it again.
And
It's
also-
finding your audience
Yeah.
and that
It
kind of
is,
thing,
yeah,
isn't it?
and you can't do it all.
Mm.
So if you do dabble in something and find that's not for me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
And the enjoyment factor comes into
Yes.
it. Like
Mm.
you use like the social side and go into the markets and, you know, meeting other people. I like sitting in the studio with my lecky blanket on and not talking
Yeah.
to anyone. So
We don't give you much choice a lot of the time, do we?
But that's the thing, and I always say it, like, the whole point of you starting a business, everyone who started a business, is that it's to fit around you and what you want to
your
do.
way.
And
Yeah, it's like what works for you, that personally wouldn't work for me. I'd be lonely.
no.
But, you know, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's different businesses, it's different things that work, things that don't work, and
Absolutely.
there's a gap for everybody to suit your personality.
Oh, I love that.
So for me, I'll be honest, you wouldn't know it, but I actually don't have a lot to say for this episode because this one is more focused on Christmas products and especially on selling online at Christmas, and that I don't sell much online, but even I've found the Christmas period from what I do sell online is still a bit of a shit show and can be from time to time.
Christmas customers are feral. Absolutely feral.
So should we talk a bit about selling online at Christmas?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of survival mode. Like, I plan my Christmas products in January, but actually, like, photographing them and listing them and all that kind of shit, that's a whole different thing. And I think no matter how early you do it, there'll still be people that order on Christmas Eve and expect it there under the tree, wrapped by Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's nothing you can do to get around how awkward people
Yeah.
are.
And a lesson that I've learned is that because it is your busiest period and the orders come to you a lot easier, you tend to have a lot more orders at Christmas. I'm finding that I need to not be afraid to say no to shit that I don't want to do.
Yes.
So like I do a lot of custom cross stitches as well, so people will get in touch and they'll have like a family motto or an inside friend joke or, you know, some little weird thing, and like sometimes they'll give me the backstory, sometimes they won't.
I've seen you do a few of them, to be fair.
I've had a few odd ones, and I've had one just recently where it was like, I want this and I want this person in this position and this shade of this and da-da-da-da. And sometimes I'm like, I just don't have time, because it's not just making it, it's that whole design process and the conversation back and two. Don't get me wrong, I do love doing the custom orders because it's variety. Like, I'm not just stitching the same thing over and over again. But if it's when you're busy and you don't have time, you're not obliged to take every order that comes your way. You can say, I don't have time right now to take this on.
I think that's the pressure of Christmas, isn't it? That's the...
You want to take it all while you've got it coming your way.
Because you spend all year thinking, like, when you have a quiet, like, August, say, you're like, oh, well, Christmas won't be that far away. That'll be all right.
Christmas
will save the year, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then it's too much.
Yeah. So you end up feeling like, I can't possibly turn anything down because before I know it, it'll be January and then I'll have nothing again.
Exactly.
But from what little I do sell online, and like I say, it is little, my business, it's the smallest part of my business by far. Unless account commissions, they're not so much done by an online platform, but it will be like people emailing me, messaging me, asking for a price list, and, you know, whether they choose to go forward with that. That tends to happen round about summertime if people are on it.
Oh, wow, okay.
But again, you know, September, October time is usually when those messages start coming in. And the same I have to cut off because I can only do a few at a time if I still want to balance everything else. Yeah. And it is a balancing act, and I still, 5 years on, haven't mastered it
but that's
entirely.
the thing, like you said before, like markets as a whole, it's almost like setting up a whole nother business. But if you want to do Christmas markets alongside Christmas commissions and Christmas online and all that kind of, that's...
You can only spin so many plates.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that, isn't it?
Something's got to give.
Yeah. But even with selling online, I've become quite grateful that it's not really busy. I know that sounds daft because it's money, but even I've noticed
you wouldn't be able to cope with another thing.
Yeah.
December sometimes, I mean, you know, getting up at 8 o'clock and finding that you've had an order come through at 7 a.m, going to work and then getting a message at 11 a.m, the very same day saying, you dispatched it.
It's the Americans for me when they like, because obviously with Etsy I find a lot of my orders are going to America because it's quite an American marketplace, and it'll be like 2 business days and they're like, have you got tracking for this? Like, it's not been delivered yet. And the thing that does my head in is that Etsy tells the customer their own estimated delivery times, and it is never anywhere near what it actually is. So they're giving these people false hopes, and then they're coming to you going, well, it said on the email it was estimated and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but wait another 3 weeks.
Etsy have lied to you.
Like, don't know why they come up with that, but I have no control over what they say to you. But it ain't true.
I have noticed it even with orders over Christmas as well, that when you get a message saying, oh, it's delayed, you almost feel sort of patronising going back to them going, well, it's
obviously
Christmas,
it's so hard to be nice.
It really
it's so hard to be nice.
It's just not coming across as patronising, but my only advice would be there is sometimes with messages, I'll have a pre-saved response.
Yeah, I do.
Almost an automated reply,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah.
And it almost takes your personality
Yeah.
out of it a bit. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
sort of disassociates you a
Yeah,
little bit.
no,
Right,
absolutely.
okay.
Because what we would say is, obviously, it's not fucking there, you idiot.
Yeah.
But what I actually say is, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's probably just on its way and it's a bit stuck. 'Cause
Yeah.
of the
If you
Christmas
could just be
rush.
patient and wait
Yeah.
a little while longer and
give
blah,
it a
blah,
couple
blah.
more days and get back in touch.
Yeah.
But I will agree, as I say, that people are feral. I remember being at a Christmas market once and I'd had a message on Etsy saying, print I ordered from you hasn't arrived. It's definitely lost. But it was a big print and I'd sent it tracked and signed for.
God.
And I could see their signature on my Etsy and that they'd signed
Oh,
for it.
that's
And I just
The
naughty.
sort of
worst
thought,
kind of person.
yeah, and I said to him, do you live in an apartment or something? If you sent
Yeah.
it to a work address? I said, because I've got a signature here. And they were like, oh, well, I didn't sign for it. I thought, you have, I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, I think you've got it. I think you're just chancing it.
Bloody,
how
I
do
mean,
you-
it's
so
one thing.
awkward, isn't it?
It's one thing with like bloody Amazon or Temu,
Yeah.
but to do that to a small
Yeah,
business is
it's
proper
shitty.
shitty.
But I was at a Christmas market and I thought, God, I'm stressing. I'm looking at my phone
Yeah.
constantly. That this isn't a good look for me at all. I
Yeah.
need to be focused on, the money that
Yeah.
I could
What I'm
make
doing
here,
today.
yeah. And it just drags you down sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it because you can't control other people's actions. But it does drag you down. But my only advice for that would be automated replies for
Yeah.
different scenarios.
No, definitely.
Give yourself one less thing to think about.
Yeah, just copy and
Yeah.
paste, done.
Yeah, I think with Etsy, like I've said this before, but I think you panic because you're like, one bad review could like ruin me.
Oh, it's that as
Yeah.
well. They've got
Yeah.
leverage on you.
Yeah, I feel like the customer is almost
They've got you in a
starting
chokehold.
off. Yeah, you're starting off on a back foot because you're like, I can't do anything wrong, even if it's their fault.
Yeah. I get like really good reviews sometimes, but then it's 4 stars and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so why is it 4 stars?
What can I do? Help
Yeah.
me.
Please, sir, can I have
Yeah,
one more?
Literally, I had one like I've had like 2 shit reviews like the whole time I've been on Etsy, and one of them was a couple of months ago. And
I was with you,
you
when
were
this
with
came
me, yeah.
through.
And I was like, I just felt like defeated because it hadn't arrived, and she messaged me, but I was in work. So I hadn't replied straight away. And then by the time I got round to replying, she'd left me
Oh
like
my
a
God.
1-star review saying like,
That is
this
so
never
harsh.
arrived, and the business owner was really rude because she didn't reply to me. And I was like, I'm not.
I think people forget you're one person.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not a team of people. It's not a robot. I'm not at your beck and call.
Yeah,
of
and you have other
things
shit to
going
do.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But then it arrived literally the next day, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, I've took my review back."
God.
Good. Yeah, good. It's just so personal though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a compliment. People could say a million nice things to you and
Yeah.
then someone says one bad thing and you're like,
It's that,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, and it's always the 100 people could be lovely. One person's
Yeah.
a dick,
Yeah.
and then
And that's
the
the one
ones
you
you
remember.
remember.
I actually
Yeah.
think I'd rather someone say something horrible about me as a person
Than your business.
than my
Yeah.
business because it's somehow more personal.
definitely
And I'm
is.
like, no, but I put time and effort
Yeah.
and work and
Mhm.
all
No.
kinds into that.
Yeah.
Don't
I
be
think,
mean.
I think I'd hate both.
I mean, yeah, I'm not wanting it either.
So obviously, like we keep saying, like you put so much pressure on Christmas and stuff, and there's lots of ways besides like Christmas products and things to like drive more sales. Obviously, you do marketing all year, and it's very, very draining. But do you two think that Christmas marketing helps?
I personally would say I probably do the least on my socials
Okay.
at Christmas because I don't need to.
Yeah.
Do you know
Because
what I
the
mean?
order's
Like
already there and
the
you don't want
work
any
is
more.
coming to me.
Yeah.
So like I don't need to be out there hustling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, like we said about giving yourself one less thing to do,
Yeah.
if you don't need to be pushing for it, like
Yeah.
take a little break on the socials. Yeah, I definitely do the least at Christmas. Like in terms of on my stories and shit, I'll still put out like stuff that I'm doing day to day.
Yeah.
Saw a cat today.
Yeah, exactly. Like just my generic, like my life.
Crazy things.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the last time that I need to be pushing it.
Yeah.
Like if it's coming to me.
Yeah, it probably is. It's the one time a year you don't need to be like, please buy my things,
Mhm.
because people are actually already
Yeah.
doing it.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think for me, I heavily rely on social media for all of my promotion because I do sell on Etsy, but I don't promote it. I sell on my own website. I try and drive sales
Yeah,
to
right.
that rather than Etsy. So I do feel like a lot of the year I'm like, please buy my things,
Yeah.
please. I remember I'm still here. Do you know what I mean? And it's very, very draining. But like you at Christmas, I probably don't do it as much. I have done other things in the past to try and like drive more people towards
Mm-hmm.
my Instagram and things like that. Like I do, I've done like a small business secret Santa, but But again, like in my head, I was like, this will get me like people looking at me. Do you know what I mean? But realistically, has it just brought more small business owners to my Instagram, which aren't necessarily my target audience?
Yeah.
Especially
They're
at
not
Christmas
necessarily
time.
customers,
Yeah,
are they?
yeah, but especially at Christmas because they're probably all like me, frazzled and not looking online for gifts and things. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're probably just like, how can I get through December?
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that though. I found you through Small Business Secret Santa.
Did you?
And I was a customer of yours before.
That's true.
Friends.
There you go then.
Okay, so I've won. It was worth it just for that. So I also do, well, I have done in the past, so I don't know if I'm going to do it this year, but like a Christmas like advent giveaway. So like people will enter in November and then throughout December I'll do it like a prize every day, like an advent calendar.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't think it's necessarily been a good move. I think because people are maybe not buying, even if they're finding me through that, they're thinking, oh well, I'll just hold on because I might get a prize.
Yes.
I don't need to buy it because I might win it.
I've had similar
Do you know what I
ideas
mean?
with like workshops where I'm like, oh, I could, if workshop tickets weren't selling, I could give away 2 tickets, and then I'm like, well, people are just going to wait and see if they win and then not buy the tickets.
Yeah, and then if they don't, then they just come.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? It's really hard to balance. I think like those 2 things that I've just mentioned, I wasn't necessarily thinking it drives sales, but I thought it'll get me like more followers or you know, people that know about me. But again, I don't know if that's the right thing to be doing.
You just don't know if it's worth it until you give it a go, do you?
No, exactly.
You've got to
That's the thing, it's a risk, isn't it? But you won't know if that risk is going to pay off until you take the risk. But then there's also, you know, again, the risk that it's going to fall flat on its face.
Yeah, it's really hard.
You've got to throw all your ideas out there, haven't you, and see what sticks.
Yeah,
throw everything at the wall.
But I admire people as well that go, oh yeah, I did that a couple of years ago and it was a complete fucking flop and I'm never doing it again. I would never judge a small business owner for that.
No, well, what does it hurt?
No, exactly.
It's just a lesson learned, isn't it?
Like the Secret Santa thing. So this year we've done the Small Biz Secret Santa through the podcast page, instead of through Jade Mute Dodd, because 2 reasons. Because A, Jade can't handle it on her own.
Fair enough.
Don't talk about yourself in the third person. It makes me want to smack you.
But if we do it through the podcast, obviously I can rope Ellie in to help him.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yes, not for Ellie. But also,
in the
I
corner,
think for the podcast, that is our target audience, the small business people.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So it makes more sense.
It does,
to
definitely.
do it that way. I think that's a better move than doing it through mine.
Yeah.
And I keep, every year I've done it, I've said, I'm not going to do that again because it's such hard work.
You have said that. I've heard you say that about 3 years.
It ain't a one-man job.
It's not a one-man job.
In November it pops up like Jade's doing a Secret Santa again. Isn't
because
that
I really love doing it. Like
it is such a good thing.
Yeah. So like the reason we do the podcast, the reason I've got a shop, like it's because I love like meeting other small business owners and like promoting other small business owners, you know, things like that. So that's why I keep going back to the Secret Santa thing, because
I think
I've
done it 2 years. 2 years on the trot now, and it's like I'm always dead excited to see what I'm gonna get.
It's just cute, isn't it? But I think it is a lot to take on because there's a lot of like, by the way, I didn't get a gift. And I'm like, oh, it's Christmas Eve now. You could have told me 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
I can't wait.
You need a disclaimer that's like, take part at your own risk.
Yeah. Obviously, there's lots of other ways to try and generate more income, more customers, not just around Christmas time, but also around Christmas time. You know, like vouchers, workshops, things like that.
Services.
Yeah. I really, really want to do vouchers. And every year I say, I'm going to do vouchers this year. And then I always don't do it.
Well, you've done it for Green Jam, though,
I have done it for Green Jam. I have done it for Green Jam. But I think for Jamie Dodd it would be beneficial.
Okay.
But
would that be a physical thing for like markets?
I think physical and digital.
Right.
But it feels a bit ballsy. It feels a bit like,
would you put a time limit on them? It's
I
all
don't
that to
know.
think
Yeah,
about, isn't it? I
that's
did
the
it
thing.
briefly. I did digital ones on Etsy briefly. I don't think I ended up getting any orders off the back of it. But again, it's Etsy. It's not like it's my own website. That would be different, I think. And really, if I'm already offering a custom order listing, people are always just going to go down that route than downloading a voucher. But I think for you, for markets and for your own website, it would be a good idea, definitely.
it just feels a bit cocky. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It feels a bit like,
Do the thing.
I know. I should. Next year, 2026.
The thing is, though, again,
January.
you know, it's a risk, but if it flops, what do you do?
It's zero loss apart from just
the printing,
designing the little thing.
printing
And,
element of it as well. Yeah.
If it fails, I'll just give them all out as Christmas presents.
I
Now
like
that
it.
is cocky.
I like it. You get to have something from me. Merry Christmas.
If I open on Christmas Day now,
I mean,
I'd
you
still be
absolutely
happy.
have to do that. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do. Rosie, do you want to talk about workshops a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So I've been doing the workshops for about a year and a half. It was another one of those things that my like fellow Hazelhursters gave me a little nudge into doing, and I definitely wouldn't have done on my own. Yeah, so I started like I kind of like dipped my toe with the whole, because again, I was saying earlier to you, Jade, that I'm a bit of an overthinker, and if I'm going to do something, I want it to be really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm not very good at laughing at myself and rolling with the punches. So like I tend to just end up not doing things because I overthink it.
Yeah.
So I was given a little nudge because there was a local like OAP craft group that needed
Was
someone
it years ahead?
years ahead.
Mm.
I don't know whether OAP was the right term or not, but I
That's
think it was
fine,
like they were over something.
Yeah.
So they were a local one, and it felt, because they were just a nice
Yeah.
bunch of people and they were used to doing crafts anyway, it felt very low pressure.
An easy starting point.
Easy starting point. So I was like, okay, I'll go along and do that. And that kind of just gave me that initial confidence to be like, okay, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
This is what I'd do different, like if I did it myself, all that kind of thing. And then, started doing it in a few different local places. I had a few funded projects, again, via Hazelhurst, that kind of pushed me into doing it in different places. And now it's like one of my primary incomes, really. It's more reliable than Etsy, because if I need that extra income, I can go, right, I'm going to put this workshop on.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to sell the tickets, but you know, as I've been going along, I've learnt the venues that work for me. And you know, especially if it's a venue that has their own following, then you're going to get people booking on just via them without you even having to do a whole lot. But and I find I quite actually enjoy it now. Like, it's a great way as well to introduce people to cross stitch. Some people might take to it, some people might not. But you're then converting people into doing cross stitch, and then they come back to me to buy kits and other things. So they're repeat customers then. So I mean, that being said, when you're selling it like say £20 a ticket, £25, whatever it is, it might seem like, oh, that's a decent chunk for 2 hours work, but it ain't 2 hours work. Like, there's the whole designing the theme of the workshop, and then the cross stitches you're going to be doing, and then you've got to make the cross stitch and photograph it and put a poster together and put it all out there. And don't get me started on packing the kits. But I've learned along the way, when I first started, it was with my Calm kits, and they were designed as these little mini projects. So it was things like deep fucking breath, calm the fuck down, murder is wrong. And I had six designs. So I thought, oh, it's nice for people to have the option. Like, they turn up and they go, oh, I want to do that one. I want to do that one. Like, I thought that's a selling point. But I forget that if I have a workshop of 10 people and there's 6 different designs, I have to pack 60 kits. Just, not that it's going to happen probably, but just in case everyone picks that same kit. So I've started narrowing that down a little bit as time's gone on. I'll do 2 or 3 designs. People just like to have an option, I've found. And the less work you can give yourself,
No, definitely.
the better.
Again, it's all a learning curve, isn't it? Like, that first workshop, I know you say like you want everything to be perfect, but that first one, it's never going to stay the same.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I take notes with every workshop that I do, because you encounter different problems each time that you might not the other time.
It's one of those things though, like you say, like I've been to a few of your workshops, and the first one I did, Sass was like, why don't we give this a go? It was like date night.
Oh,
All right, let's go. But I honestly thought it's going to be a bit useless for me because my arthritis, I don't even think I'm going to be able. I've got nerve damage in my fingertips as well. I thought I'm not even going to be able to feel the needle. But I could do it, and I couldn't believe it. I was so much slower than everybody else, and it does give me bad cramp in my thumbs after a while. But I love taking it home and then just like finishing it, like sat in front of the telly one night, like.
That's what I always say to people as well. Like, don't come along and expect to start and finish it there and then. Like, you have the kit, so you can. I'm just teaching you the basics. I'm getting you going, and then you take it away, and you've got everything you need to finish it in your own time at your own pace.
I think you've got a market there though with small biz owners, because for me it's like a really nice switch off button.
Yeah. Well, like I say, that's how it started for me. I love cross stitch because it's a balance between concentration. When you're working on a pattern, you've got to be counting, you're following it, you're looking, you're checking you've done the right thing. But actual cross stitching itself is repetitive. repetitive.
Yeah.
And that repetitive motion is quite relaxing. So it's a good balance. You can't be thinking about other things, but it does relax you.
No, I found that even in a room with other people that I don't know, there's something so in the zone about it. And it's weird because it's a balance of still being social.
Yeah.
Like especially the one you did at Society. I think we spoke to everybody around the table, but you're still in a zone. It's weird.
Yeah. That's another element that I really enjoy is the social side of it, because I find I get a complete mix of, you'll get people that come in 2s and 3s and are coming for a catch up within their little friendship group. I get quite a lot of people that just come on their own.
Yeah.
And they're doing that for different reasons. Some people might just want to come and switch off and not talk to anybody. You know, I get some people that are like, oh, this is so nice to just like do this outside the house and not have anyone bother me. But some people are coming as a social thing. They want to meet other people. They want to make friends. And again, in terms of, like I say, I design it so that it's for beginners and I teach you all the basics. But I do get a lot of people that come that already know how to stitch. They just want to come and have a go with a little mini project and something that's finishable.
Yeah.
So I love my workshops.
No, but it's true though, isn't it? I mean, we've spoken a lot about selling online. Obviously, I've spoke more about selling at markets, which we'll go into more in the next episode. But they're not the only two things.
No.
You make your own opportunities as well, like you have with the workshops as well, like you have with Green Jam, technically. Yeah. Like I keep saying I'm going to by offering a framing service, but it never fucking
It's coming.
comes. Not this year, no.
2026.
She's like, do not advertise.
2026.
Not after
I'm
the
holding
small
you to
biz Secret Santa bombshell. That's staying up until about 2028 now. But eventually I will start doing a frame gift wrap service.
2029.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Keep saying it out loud. Put it out in self-fulfilling prophecy. Put it out into the universe.
I think I need one of your calm kits. Take deep breaths, murder is wrong. But I think it's just worth always sort of thinking, right, what else can I do? Even if it's just a case if you have a notebook where you just keep writing down ideas, you know, like ideas for workshops, you know, vouchers, digitaling, any sort of add-on that you can offer that would generate more income.
And the old passive income is the best kind that you can, if you can figure something out like that. The only thing I've got is I sell my patterns as digital downloads.
Oh, that's good.
And that's a case of once I've created that pattern and I've uploaded it once, that's it.
done
Those
then.
orders come through and ping, it gets sent straight to them. So I don't sell loads of the patterns, but that's just little ping, ping, ping
It
orders
almost
coming
doesn't
through that I
matter
don't have to
though,
do
does
anything.
it, how much you make from it, because it's still just
They're
money
just sat
that's
there.
coming in.
Yeah.
No, that is good. I sell my card designs on Thoughtful, which is like, it's like movie kind of thing. If you don't know. And that's, you just upload the design and they take care of everything else. So they make the cards and send them out and things like that. And that's, I always forget about it. And then the money comes in at the end of the month and I'm
Just
like,
a little bonus.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But it's, like I said, like you, it's not much, but it's just a nice little low effort.
Any
Do you know
little
what I mean?
extra earner you can get.
Yeah, I mean, I think in conclusion, you know, people asking if you have to offer Christmas products, you know, it's down to you, it's down to the business. But I think the one thing we've all got in common at Christmas is that we're all talking about Christmas. So in that element, we do become a little bit samey because there's only so much you can do on your socials, you know, before you know, it all gets a little bit repetitive, even down to the reels that you're making. You know, there's only about 30 fucking Christmas songs, isn't there? So I feel like we all do fall into the trap of becoming a little bit samey. So I feel like, should we talk about standing out from the crowd? How do you do that?
I think for me, like I said before, like I don't think like generic Christmas stock will sell from a small business, because I think if you want generic Christmas things, you'll go to like Primark or you know, that kind of stuff. I think as long as you stick to your brand, you're okay. I think don't do anything that feels unnatural. Like my brand's like quite sweary and like feminist, so I do like Christmas decorations that say deck the halls and smash patriarchy, you know, stuff like that. I think if I went completely off topic and was like joy to the world, do you know what I mean? Like
people would be like,
that's not you. And I think as long as you stick to your brand identity, I think Christmas products are within reach. But
which in theory that should be easy, because as a small business, you are
you are the brand.
Yeah, I mean, even on social media around Christmas, if I'm promoting them, I'd be very honest about the fact that I'm fucking knackered.
I'm cold and I'm tired.
Cold and tired.
People appreciate the honesty, the brutal honesty, don't they?
I couldn't be like, oh my gosh, it's so Christmassy here, I love it, I'm so in the Christmas spirit. Fuck off, I'm not, I'm really tired. tired. I
Yeah.
really want to meet nice people, but also I want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's so important as well, because in terms of standing out, you're not just selling your stuff, you are selling you.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
I first started, I didn't used to put my face to my socials at all. Like, I'd keep it in my head. I thought, like, business is business, and
Yeah.
you know, like, oh, people shouldn't know who I am, and
Yeah.
blah de blah. And then the first time I posted a picture just of me holding a stitch, it did so much better than other
Yeah.
posts.
Yeah.
And I think you find that people buy into you as a person.
No,
And
definitely.
you can't get bogged down on just constantly trying to sell, because people don't want to have that rammed down the
No,
throat.
yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
like, you throw that out there in a story once in a while, but
Yeah.
most of my stories are cats I've seen in the street,
Yeah.
weird shit found in the charity
Yeah.
shops. Like, that's my day to day, and that's the stuff that people engage
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
But I love that. I think I've always thought you do that really well. I'm always like, oh, look at that cat Rosie saw today. Or I'm like, I wonder what Rosie's got from the charity shop.
But I never used to do any
Yeah.
of that. It did all just used to be constant pictures of
Yeah.
my stitches, and like, who wants to see just that?
Yeah, it's repetitive, isn't it? And it does feel very markety. It feels very, oh, she's again trying to make me buy something.
See,
Yeah.
I struggle with that, and I don't think it's because I'm salesy. I think it's because I'm quite private.
Yeah,
Even though I do this, and I don't mind being heard. I do mind being seen.
yeah.
There
You
is-
could just
there
do
is
a
a
little voiceover
balance.
there,
Yeah,
maybe.
but like, even I've noticed if I am at a market having a picture of my stall,
Mm.
you know, might get a few likes.
Yeah.
But having a picture of me
Yeah.
behind the
Mhm.
stall, it's bizarre.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
love it.
It baffles me,
Yeah.
but
You've got to be a
is
certain
better.
level of willing to put
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah,
out there.
but I can barely crack a smile.
Yeah.
That's okay. Be authentic.
Although
about
I
it.
I have learnt along the way that there are weirdos out there, and so that is also a fine balance.
Yeah.
You don't want to show too much,
Yeah.
like, of where you are. And
Yeah, don't want people to know where I live.
Yeah. But
No.
it's a good point though, because your USP does have to be you and what
Yeah.
you're comfortable with.
No,
And if you're not
absolutely.
comfortable with something, it's going to show. Like the pictures of me behind my stall at Christmas, you know, I do look uncomfortable.
Yeah, you look-
but I
you've got-
also
Yeah, but you could
own
lean
that.
into that as
Yeah.
well,
I
and just be
own it.
like,
Yeah,
here's your once a month
Yeah.
picture of me, like,
Yeah.
enjoy.
yeah. I remember one year I put I'm smiling because I'm nearly done. That's the only reason.
Yeah. There's ways around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm smiling because it's my last market.
Yeah, I think the key point is like be authentic.
Yeah. You know, if you've got brilliant products, you know, that's not going to change at Christmas.
No.
So just push the products the same as
Yeah.
you would. You know, obviously talk about the gifting element and
Mm.
things like that, which is what I try and do, and, you know, push that. You know,
Yeah.
these would make a great present for
Yeah.
somebody, wouldn't they? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
But you don't have to cram it down people's
No.
throats.
And I think as well, like you with the framing thing,
Mm.
I don't think you even necessarily need to do that. I
No,
don't.
I don't think
I don't
do,
think you
no.
need to be like, oh, I'll gift wrap it for you. You just need to remind them that it can be a gift.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm sort of hoping with at the moment. I think, you know, I've not got mad expectations with
Yeah.
the framing thing. I don't think it would make me a fortune.
Mm.
I don't think it would take my business to the next level. It's again, you know, adding a service on there
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes people more inclined,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Another feather to your hat? Is that the
Oh, I
Phrase.
like that.
I don't, is that the phrase? I
I'm
think
not sure
it
I've
is.
heard that, but I do like it. We'll go with it.
Yeah.
So to summarise, you know, with Christmas products and obviously the people that have written in and said, you know, do you do seasonal products, do you not? If you don't like it, it's just not your bag, don't do it.
Yeah, don't force it.
No, just push the existing products that you have and work on that gifting element.
Yeah.
Think of other ways to generate income as well around Christmas, because like you say, Rosie, with your workshops, you know, that's taking it to a next level. Me with me non-existent framing service. But, you know, I mean, I think just pushing the gifting
Yeah,
element as
yeah.
well. If you absolutely love Christmas and you absolutely thrive off it and it's your favourite time of year,
Go for
fucking go for it, because that'll be so authentic
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
because you're already into it. But just remain true to your business, but just keep in mind that gifting element,
Yeah.
because that's what Christmas is, really.
Yeah.
Don't get too caught up on how can I put more red in it so it's more Christmassy.
Yeah.
No.
No.
There's already so much pressure
There
at
is.
Christmas
Mhm.
anyway, and just because we're small businesses doesn't mean we shouldn't get to enjoy some of it
Yeah.
as well.
No,
So like,
definitely.
what we're expected to do 1,000,000 orders, fit in social plans and visiting every single
Yeah.
person, you know, like thinking of gifts for everyone
Yeah,
else,
buying
like
presents.
buying a tree and decorate. Like, we
Mm.
should get to enjoy some of the stuff as well. So
Yeah.
like, don't put extra pressure
Yeah.
on yourself.
Yeah.
Full night's sleep would be nice as well.
Yeah. That's all I want for Christmas.
Which one for Christmas? 8 hours.
Delightful.
Hello, Ellie here, and I'm taking you away from the episode for just a minute for a bit of shameless self-promotion because 'tis the season. You might have heard me and Rosie mention a few times there that we are members of Hazelhurst Studios, and I just thought I'd pop on and tell you that we are hosting our very own Christmas market. So me and Rosie and all of the other associate and resident members of Hazelhurst Studios will have stalls there, and we are running across 3 days this time, starting on Friday the 5th of December from 3pm till 8pm, Saturday the 6th of December 11am till 6pm, and Sunday the 7th 11am till 4pm. And we are based at 71 High Street, that's Hazelhurst Studios in the Old Town in Runcorn, postcode WA7 1AH. And there's been a huge emphasis this year on shopping small and local and supporting your local artists and makers this Christmas, so we would absolutely love to see you there. For more information, you can also follow Hazelhurst Art on Instagram. Thank you, and back to the episode.
You know what that noise means, Ellie?
Time for Q&A.
It is. So this is just a little segment of the podcast where we answer a few questions from our listeners and followers. So today we've got 3 questions. The first one is from Alabama Worley, and they've asked, how do you make Christmas stock if you hate Christmas? Ellie.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. No. Unless you're going down the anti-Christmas route.
Yeah.
I was just going to chirp in with that. I was just going to chirp in with that. I was going to say either don't fucking bother,
Yeah.
or I tend to do
Yeah.
anti-Christmas
Yeah.
stuff. So
I really like your anti-Christmas stuff.
that's what my,
Yeah.
that's what my Christmas workshop's going to be. Actually, it's an anti-Christmas
Love that.
workshop. So I've got like my little ho ho no,
Yeah.
fuck you Santa,
Do you
tinsel
remember
tips.
at the Christmas?
Amazing.
So we do Hazelhurst, like Christmas market and Christmas shop, and there was one time, and I think we were a bit paranoid, weren't we, about your
I
cross
did have.
stitches?
I did have. So I do the these ones I'm describing are like my mini kits, and there's one that I have that says Santa isn't real. But it was quite a family friendly market that I was doing.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean about finding your
Yeah,
audience.
yeah.
That was not my audience. So I had to have like a little tub, didn't I, with like a
said,
black.
why don't we do a cover? Because I've
Like a
seen that.
curtain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen covers at markets, and
Yeah.
it does well because people are more inclined to
Yeah.
go, what's so naughty under there? I
Yeah.
wanna
And
see."
also I can like slap kids' hands away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember this little 5-year-old that was sort of coming over, and I was just like, oh God, it
Yeah.
says Santa isn't real.
I'm about to ruin their childhood.
Yeah.
You didn't, it's fine.
But yeah, lean into.
Yeah.
If it's not your vibe, let it be known that it's not your
Yeah.
And you'll
vibe.
find your people as well, because
Yeah.
you'll find people that have the same sort of
Sense of humour as
sense
you.
of
and-
humour.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your bar humbugs.
Yeah.
So I think, if you want to lean into that, I wouldn't do something too big and grand, but in terms of little stocking filler items, why the fuck
And I
not?
think as well, you don't want to jump in with both feet and make like 600 of whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like you said, you're going to be storing them for a year. But definitely dip your toe in, I would say.
Yeah, no harm in that. But it's up to you at the end of the day. I personally wouldn't do all this Merry Christmas bollocks because I can't be fucked and I don't want to. It's not me. You know what I mean?
No.
And it doesn't fit my business at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
So I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. For you, it'd be a real stretch, wouldn't it, to make
God,
it work?
Yeah, it really, and I feel like it would look a bit like cash grabby as well.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
So I think you do you, whatever you are feeling like. If you want to do, a bar humbug range, if you do
Yeah.
hate Christmas, go for that. Or just don't do it at all again, push that gifting element.
Yeah.
It's not a necessity.
It's really not, no. We just get a little bit swept up, especially by other traders that are doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, so I should
Yeah.
as well, you know what I mean? But if they jumped into a fire, would you follow?
Oh, that was such a teacher phrase.
I know.
Might do. FOMO.
To be fair, there's some people that I reckon I would.
Right. Question 2.
So this one comes from Sassy Makes. So she actually asked me this question. She was like, write this down. I want it on the podcast because I want a genuine answer.
Just do it for face to face.
Yeah. So when is the best time to launch your Christmas specific products?
I just copy everyone else. When I start seeing them on other people's socials, I'm like, shit, I should probably
Yeah.
upload mine now.
Yeah.
I follow the crowd.
When Mariah clears her throat.
I kind of go for, I try and launch it like this year. I haven't even done a Christmas range because I haven't been asked. But usually I would go November 1st. I
Yeah.
think as soon as Halloween's out the way, people are starting to think Christmas then.
Yeah, I think I would say it is after Halloween, really, isn't it? Yeah.
I think the people that celebrate things
Yeah.
will probably, like you said, like people are decorating their houses
Yeah.
for autumn and, stuff like that. So I think they don't want to do Christmas until that's all out the way.
And I think when it's not just selling products, but selling events events. I think December is such a busy month for social plans that people want to get shit in the diary
Boxed
Yeah.
off.
early on, and
Yeah.
it's in the diary. They know it's happening.
It's a good point, actually. Yeah, people's calendars do get really like chocker during December.
Yeah,
don't they?
there's only so many weekends, and there's
yeah.
only so many things you can fit
It's
in.
that,
So
isn't it?
you if you're trying to get if it's like I say, if it's an event you're selling rather than
Yeah.
a product, you want to be
As soon as
first pick.
possible.
It's
Yeah,
a fine balance as well, because I don't know about you guys, but if I see somebody posting on Instagram about Christmas in October, no matter how much I love them and I love their business, I fucking hate them at that
Yeah.
moment in time.
Yeah, no, I do agree.
You don't want to be seen to be going too early, do you? Because
No.
you just look like a bit of a dick.
Yeah,
It's
no
like,
one wants to be the first to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it.
we put a post out recently asking for Christmas sort of topic ideas,
Yeah.
which is the whole point of these episodes. But I remember the post that I did that had a little Christmas tree on it
Yeah.
and snowflakes, and I felt like an absolute dick.
Yeah.
And even in the caption, I was like, "Don't come for us."
Yeah,
Like,
sorry about
I'm
this.
really
Yeah.
sorry. It's got to be done.
But it's hard, isn't it? Because again, you're always competing with people, and you don't want to be the first to do it, but you also don't want to be the last to do it. And,
Yeah.
like shops have already got it out in like
yeah.
September,
They're not apologising to
October.
anyone, are
But
they?
you feel like, although they're not our direct competition, these big chain stores, they kind of are, because you want people to shop with you instead of with them. And if
Yeah.
they're already doing Christmas, should we already be doing Christmas? But I don't want to do Christmas in
Yeah.
September.
Yeah.
Mm.
I barely want to do it in December. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's a good point though. I do feel like you compete a bit more with the high street, but
Mm.
again, we're going to talk about that a little bit more
Yeah.
going forward as well. It's a huge pressure.
Yeah,
it is.
no,
but
absolutely.
I think also do what works for you. You need to
Mm.
consider, how much time you're putting into it, how much time you want to spend pushing that.
Yeah.
When you're ready to really knuckle down. It's
Yeah.
when you're ready at the
But
end
that's
of
the
the
thing.
day.
If
you're one
you
person.
start promoting your Christmas products in like September, you've then got like 4 months of carrying on
still,
doing that.
yeah.
How much can you talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to think about that as well.
Mm.
It's another one of those learning year on year things
Yeah.
as well. Like, just make note of
Yeah.
when people start buying that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about last year, but with the cuts to winter fuel allowance,
Mm.
that hit everybody.
Yeah.
I noticed not so much a dip in sales, but certainly a different trend
Yes.
where it was more.
Oh,
stock
I did
and
not know
filler.
where you were going with the winter thing. Then I was like, how's this related?
I did notice more. So I'd be making the same amount of money at market, but it'd be lots of smaller bits.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
I think
it's things like that.
Yeah, but yeah, personally, I would say after Halloween.
Yeah.
you're good to go, I reckon.
Mm.
Right, question 3. Olivia from the Alt Creative has asked for tips for coping with the inevitable Royal Mail delays.
So we have touched on this a little bit already, haven't we? But it's oh yeah.
It tests my Christmas spirit.
It really it does with me, and I don't even sell that much online, but it's oh
Do you know what? It's hard because I was just about to say you want to warn people about delays and like preempt, please be patient,
Yeah.
but you don't want to put people then off ordering
That's the
thinking it's
thing.
just that you're talking about just you.
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't want to push people towards
Yeah.
the high street or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean, the big chains and things. But you can do everything right and you'll still have an inbox full of, hi, my order hasn't arrived.
Yeah.
Where's my order? I ordered this morning and it's not here. It is inevitable. Like there's no.
It's one of those things that is literally out of your control. So as long as you are posting on time as to
Yeah.
when you've said you'll post on time,
All you can do is your
keeping the
part.
customer in the loop,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
No.
Just don't take it too personally when people are kicking off.
Yeah.
And I think to not
they
take
will.
it so
Yeah,
personally, a
literally.
good tip as well is to just have these preempted response, whether it's
Yeah.
on notes on your phone, so that when that time does come, which it probably will if
Yeah.
you've been doing this any length of amount of time, I don't even sell that much online, and I've certainly had it.
Yeah.
Just a quick copy and paste response. I'm so sorry to hear that it hasn't arrived.
Yeah.
But please
Yeah.
be aware that
Got to think
it's
about
busy
what
time.
you'd expect the other way round.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, we've all been there as well,
Yeah.
where we
Yeah.
thought, "Fuck me, I ordered that a week ago." Another bit of advice as well, I would say, keep in mind that Royal Mail eventually do update, don't they, about last Christmas posting
Yes.
dates as well. Take that with a pinch of salt. Think the
Yes.
week before.
Yeah, but I think again, it's out of your control unless you're gonna shut your Etsy shop for a Christmas break, like weeks before Christmas. People are gonna still order and still think that it's gonna arrive on time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
also-
can't stop that if
No.
somebody orders on like the 21st of
No.
December. You can't go.
Well, they're not necessarily ordering for Christmas. That's what I try
Yeah,
and remind
yeah,
myself that
yeah.
people are ordering for other occasions
Yeah.
and other things. So if
Yeah.
they're ordering really close to Christmas, they're not necessarily expecting it for Christmas. It might be for a birthday in January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep dispatching on time.
Yeah,
That's
just
all
do
you
your
can
bit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all you can do.
Yeah.
I've been there myself in terms of commissions as well, like really keeping an eye on the Royal Mail last posting
Yeah.
dates and being like, oh God, right, I'm really going to be pushing it here, but that's on me.
Well-
But when I get it out, if I get it out in time, it is beyond my control.
Yeah, anything that happens after you've posted it,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
Give yourself that breathing space as well. Like for me, selling on Etsy, I can change my production times whenever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm quiet, I can be like, right, okay, production times is 3 to 5 business days.
Yeah.
But when it's busy at Christmas, don't feel the pressure to feel like you've got to get everything out within that same amount of time. Like if you change your production times to 1 to 2 weeks, the people that are okay with that will still order.
Yeah, no, exactly. And the people that aren't okay with that will still order because they haven't read it. And then,
Yeah.
but then at least you've got it somewhere in writing. Do
Yeah,
know
you
what I
can
mean?
refer back
Yeah.
to.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, my dispatch dates on Etsy are actually quite long just because of day job, and I've never not dispatched something within a couple of days.
Yeah.
I don't think ever.
And then it's
But
a pleasant surprise for them.
Yeah.
it is, yeah, but also Etsy constantly mithering me like, you always dispatch before. Why don't
Yeah.
you cut down your times? Why don't you?
Why don't you
I'd
fuck
say
off,
every
Etsy?
month I get an email saying.
If
and
you
I
ever
just
do an
think,
Etsy episode, can I come on that one?
Yeah.
Because I could talk about that all day long.
by all means, it's you know, I stop pressuring me Etsy
Yeah.
because it's that one time when I do cut the dispatch times that'll be cut short.
No, absolutely.
And then that's on me
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
And I don't want it to be on me.
Yeah.
I want to be able to blame the fucking postman.
Yeah.
Let me blame the postman in peace. It's not me. I'm perfect. Postman Pat's the fucking dick.
Poor Pat.
Yeah.
He's doing his best. It's Christmas.
And
leave
his
him alone.
fucking cat.
Outrageous. Outrageous.
Okay, so that's probably it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully it's given you a little bit of insight into what goes on behind the scenes at Christmas time. Hopefully it's not scared you too much if you're just starting out. A huge thank you to Rosie for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Very good.
I really enjoyed that
I
one.
did. I didn't think I would.
I'm
either,
feeling
'cause
festive.
You didn't think you would, thanks.
She was saying, fuck's sake, Rosie.
Wow.
These Christmas products, fucking social media and selling online. 3 things are fucking non-existent for me.
Well, we hope somebody has enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to follow us on Instagram. You can find us at Really Fucking Trying.
We are still open for business as well. We're still taking questions, any thoughts, any sort of topics that you'd like us to discuss. So if you want to reach out, by all means, get in touch with us, drop us a DM, comment on one of our posts. We've even got a Google form as well where you can talk to us through there if you'd rather be anonymous. And there is also a Ko-fi link in our bio. So if you want to support the podcast, help your girls get paid, you can buy us a coffee or grab some of our cute merch as well. You can tell Jade wrote that sentence, can't you?
Cute.
So in this episode, we talked about looking after your business during the Christmas period, and it's been very much based on the business itself, based on the products. But what about the owner?
What about the owner?
And that's what we're going to be talking more about next week, as well as touching on Christmas markets, which is a whole fucking topic in its fucking self, really. We'll be joined by another fabulous guest, but until then, we will see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.